Prepare to be amazed by the incredible value of these Indian women. We're discussing billions here, not merely millions, and it transcends monetary worth. These remarkable ladies are shattering ceilings and transforming the landscape. From tech moguls to agricultural leaders, these 10 women are redefining success in India. Believe me, their narratives will astonish you. 10. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. From garage to biotech titan. Now, let's dive into Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, the biotech mogul who launched her empire from garage. Her journey is truly extraordinary. In 1978, she launched Biocon with a mere 10,000 rupees. It's akin to launching a venture with small change, yet she made it thrive. What's wild is that no one would grant her loans simply because she was a woman. Can you imagine that? Banks were like, no way, we don't have faith in you handling our funds. Yet Kiran refused to be deterred. She persisted, even when folks ridiculed her quirky venture. They considered her foolish, but she believed in her vision. Flash forward to now, and Biocon is thriving. We're discussing the biggest insulin manufacturer in Asia. Yes, the firm that began in a small garage is now churning out insulin at an astonishing rate. They have a facility in Malaysia operating around the clock to meet rising demands. However, what's notable about Kiran is that her focus isn't solely on accumulating wealth. No way, this woman is dedicated to reducing medication costs for all. With a net worth of $2.8 billion, she's tirelessly working to ensure healthcare is accessible. It's almost as if she possesses an extraordinary ability, channeling her achievements into support for countless individuals. Kiran's journey showcases how one visionary can transform the globe. She didn't merely create a business. She cultivated hope for those who require medicine but lack the means to obtain it. Believe it or not, she's not even among the wealthiest women we've mentioned. Indeed, there are Indian women with even deeper pockets. However, Kiran's influence transcends her financial status. She's consistently shattering glass ceilings in the male-centric biotech industry. Picture this: being the sole female presence in a room stuffed with executives who regard you as an outsider. For years, Kiran lived this reality. Yet not only did she endure, she flourished. Now, take a look. Biocon 8 is focused primarily on insulin, yet they're diving into an array of fascinating innovations. Treatments for cancer, medications for autoimmune disorders, you can imagine it all. Kiran is involved in various projects, aiming to positively impact as many lives as she can. However, the journey was far from easy. Kiran faced significant challenges along the way. There was an incident when a shipment of their products became tainted, leading to skepticism about Biocon. Rather than backing down, Kiran took action. She poured resources into advanced technology, enhanced quality assurance, and emerged more resilient than before. You know what's truly inspiring? Kiran leverages her platform to empower fellow women in science. She consistently emphasizes the importance of encouraging more girls to pursue STEM fields. She's basically saying, if I can achieve this, so can you. And it's not merely words. She's taking action. She's backing her words with action, supporting scholarships and mentorship initiatives. And here's something interesting. Kiran isn't solely dedicated to the science world. She has a passion for art as well. Her extensive assortment of contemporary Indian art is valued at millions. It's as if she's nurturing both the economy and the cultural landscape of India simultaneously. However, what truly distinguishes Kiran isn't merely her wealth or her entrepreneurial skills. It's how she channels her achievements into positive change. She exemplifies that immense wealth can coexist with a genuine desire to impact the world positively. 9. Falguni Nayyar. Revolutionizing beauty now. Let's dive into the tale of Falguni Nayyar, the beauty mogul who transformed the Indian cosmetics landscape. Her journey feels straight out of a cinematic masterpiece, I promise you. Just imagine this. You're at the age of 50. You're thriving in a comfortable career as an investment banker, seriously excelling. While many folks ponder retirement, Falguni says, not me. Instead, she set on launching an entirely fresh venture from the ground up, and it's far from ordinary. She ventured into the saturated beauty sector, a field already teeming with competition. Many questioned her sanity. Seriously, who abandons a secure position at 50 to reinvent themselves? Yet, Falguni perceived an opportunity that others overlooked. She recognized that online shopping was on the verge of exploding in India, and she was determined to seize that momentum. In 2012, she founded Nikar, an e-commerce platform for beauty products. Initially, it was just Falguni and a small team crammed into a modest office. However, she was serious about her venture. With her extensive banking experience, she leveraged that expertise to transform Nikar into India's premier destination for beauty items. By 2021, Nikar became a publicly traded company. You won't believe it, but it felt as if a rocket had been launched under Falguni's bank account. Her fortune skyrocketed by 963%. No mistake here, folks. 963%. Out of nowhere, this entrepreneur who began her journey at 50 is now valued at an astonishing $2.9 billion. That's a billion with a capital B. Now, here's the craziest twist. Falguni emerged as the wealthiest self-made female billionaire in India. Not merely affluent, not just a billionaire, but indeed the richest self-made woman billionaire across the entire nation. It's akin to hitting the jackpot, claiming the championship title, and snagging an Academy Award simultaneously. Falguni flaunts her achievements proudly. She shares wisdom like, "I've always aspired to be a business owner, and it's always the right time to pursue your aspirations." Go on, Falguni. However, the journey wasn't without its challenges. When Falguni launched Nikar, the concept of e-commerce was still emerging in India. It felt akin to marketing smartphones in a place without electricity. Yet, Falguni recognized the opportunity. She believed that once individuals experienced online shopping, they would be captivated. Her instincts proved correct. Nikar didn't merely surf the e-commerce surge, it became the surge itself. The brand became synonymous with beauty and wellness shopping in India. Imagine a version of Amazon focused solely on cosmetics and skincare, but trendier and offering superior suggestions. What's remarkable is how Falguni established such a formidable brand identity. In a world where individuals typically purchased beauty items face-to-face, she persuaded them to embrace an online shopping experience. Imagine urging folks to purchase footwear without fitting them first. It sounds far-fetched, yet she achieved it. Now about that IPO. When Nikar launched its public offering, it was not merely a hit. It was an incredible occurrence. The firm's worth soared, and in an instant, Falguni was sitting on a treasure trove. It's as if she discovered the secret shortcut to the beauty world. However, there's more to Falguni's triumph than mere finances. It's not just her achievements, it's her embodiment of change. In a nation where women frequently encounter obstacles in the business world, she didn't merely navigate through. She shattered those obstacles entirely. She demonstrated that women can not only thrive in business, but excel beyond expectations. Remarkably, she accomplished this after turning 50. It's as if she glanced at traditional advice and said, "No thanks, I'll pass." Common belief suggests that significant career advancements should occur in your 20s or 30s. But Falguni replied, "Just watch me. My journey is just beginning." 8. Leena Gandhi Tiwari, the agricultural empress. Now, let's focus on Leena Gandhi Tiwari, the agricultural empress who's transforming farming into wealth. You may envision drug companies as a realm of lab coats and tedious conferences. Yet Leena is proving that the reality is far more thrilling. As the leader of USB, a venture her father founded with Revlon in 1961, don't assume she's merely coasting on parental success. Instead, Leena has transformed USB into an agricultural giant. She's not just producing pharmaceuticals, she's ensuring they are accessible to millions. Indeed, Leena's ambitions extend beyond mere financial gain. USB is making waves in the realm of diabetes and cardiovascular medications. They take these critical health concerns seriously, but Leena's vision extended beyond that. She examined the international landscape and saw an opportunity. In 2018, she acquired a German firm named Duda Pharma. Now, USB isn't merely a triumph in India, it's expanding its reach worldwide. Yet, this is where it becomes truly captivating. USB isn't merely dishing out medications. They delve into a variety of fascinating agricultural innovations, including biosimilar therapeutics, injectables, and active pharmaceutical compounds. Imagine Leena orchestrating a pharmaceutical feast where all are welcome. You may be wondering, sure, she excels in business, but wait, there's a lot more to Leena beyond simply chasing profits. She authored a book titled Beyond Pipes and Dreams, chronicling her grandfather's adventures. It's as if she's declaring, sure, I'm creating an empire, but my roots remain close to my heart. On the topic of empires, Leena has amassed a tidy fortune for herself. Her net worth stands at an impressive $3.2 billion. That's billion with a B. In contrast to certain billionaires content to hoard their wealth, Leena actively employs her financial resources and sway to create meaningful change. Recall my mention of USB's commitment to affordable medicine? That's more than just clever marketing. It embodies Leena's core mission. She sees the countless individuals unable to afford essential medications and responds with a resounding, "I'm here for you." She embodies the spirit of Robin Hood. Yet rather than pilfering from the wealthy, she's leveraging savvy business strategies to uplift the underprivileged. However, don't mistake Leena for a pushover. She's a cunning entrepreneur with a keen eye for opportunity. When she acquired Duta Pharma, her aim surpassed merely broadening USB's influence. It was about infusing the company with innovative products and expertise. It's as if she's strategizing in chess, while the rest are engaged in checkers. Plus, USB isn't merely producing standard generics. They're venturing into biosimilars, the high-end counterparts of generics. More complex to produce, they tackle some tough medical conditions. It's akin to Leena observing the agricultural sector and proclaiming, "You know what? Let's enhance this." What distinguishes Leena is her vision. She doesn't merely concentrate on immediate gains. Her perspective stretches far into the future, embracing a legacy that spans generations. Her decision to pen a book about her grandfather underscores her deep appreciation for the value of heritage. It's as if she's conveying, I'm not solely in this for profit. My goal is to create something enduring. This mindset is yielding impressive results. With Lena at the helm, USB has transformed into a significant force in India's agricultural sector. They're not merely another firm producing medications. They're pioneers. They're expanding internationally while maintaining low costs. 7. Radha Vinbu, the quiet tech powerhouse. Have you ever thought about how a Chennai-based tech firm is causing major concerns for Silicon Valley behemoths? Allow me to present Radha Vinbu, the quiet tech powerhouse you may not be familiar with. You're likely using her creations at this very moment. Radha isn't merely a tech leader. She's the mind-commanding Zoho, a firm that takes on giants like Google and Microsoft. Interestingly, her journey began as a product manager. Today, she is the driving force behind over 45 different products. Exactly 45. We're discussing Zoho Mail, Zoho Workplace, Zoho CRM, and a multitude of others. But here's the twist. Zoho isn't merely another startup aiming for success. In 2021, they raked in $1 billion in revenue. Indeed, that's billion with a B. In just the past year, Radha's fortune soared by 127%. She's now valued at $3.3 billion. However, don't expect her to show off or boast on social media. Radha focuses on creating outstanding products and prioritizing her team's well-being. She's demonstrating that a tech empire can thrive outside Silicon Valley. Chennai is a new hotspot, folks. How did Radha and Zoho achieve such growth? It's all about creativity and staying current. They're not merely mimicking the industry giants. They're generating their own concepts and creating their own offerings. And they're accomplishing this more swiftly and affordably than their rivals. But the key point is this. Zoho isn't solely focused on profit. They are recognized for their policies that prioritize employees. Amidst the wave of layoffs sweeping through the tech industry, Zoho stands out by supporting its workforce. They truly operate like a close-knit family. Now, regarding their offerings, Zoho Mail is definitely challenging Gmail for supremacy. And Zoho Workplace? It's akin to Google Workspace, but with its own unique flair. With Zoho CRM, sales teams are turning away from Salesforce. However, Radha isn't resting on her laurels. She's constantly scouting for the next wave of innovation. Be it AI, blockchain, or the next emerging trend, you can count on Zoho to be at the forefront. And check this out. Radha is achieving all this without any venture capital backing. While many startups are desperately seeking funds from investors, Zoho has such financial stability that it demonstrates that success in tech doesn't rely on Silicon Valley investments. You might wonder why Radha isn't more well-known. That's precisely her preference. She isn't attending TED Talks or appearing on magazine covers. Nope, she's focused on crafting her empire. But make no mistake, just because her name's unfamiliar doesn't mean she isn't significant. In the tech arena, Radha commands attention. She's proving that Indian innovation goes beyond just outsourcing these days. This journey is all about ingenuity, artistic flair, and crafting solutions that can thrive internationally. Also, we must recognize Zoho's significant role in bolstering the Indian economy. They're generating employment opportunities, nurturing inventive ideas, and elevating India's status as a technological leader. It transcends mere profit. It's about transforming the landscape. So when you engage with a Zoho product, keep in mind the visionary driving this mission. Radha Vinbu, the discreet tech powerhouse of Chennai, is crafting her empire product by product. She exemplifies that in the tech realm, volume isn't necessary for impact. Often, it's the most reserved individuals who create the greatest waves. 6. Smeeter Krishna Godrej, the Godrej Aries. Have you come across a firm that produces both soap and rocket propulsion systems? Indeed, that's the Godrej Group. Smeeter Krishna Godrej possesses a hefty 20% share in this $5.2 billion empire. This enterprise, founded 126 years ago, has outlasted your great-grandparents. However, Smeeter isn't merely enjoying her legacy. She's pulling off some serious moves that will leave you speechless. Now, let's dive into her major showstopper. Smeeter just shelled out an eye-popping 372 crore rupees for a pad in Mumbai. That's around $45 million for a residence. But this isn't just any place. It was once owned by Barba, the brilliant mind in nuclear physics. Let's discuss acquiring a slice of history, shall we? This acquisition highlights that Smeeter possesses both the funds and the finesse to make a splash among India's high society. One might expect a person of such wealth to dominate the headlines, showcasing their riches as if it's trendy. But that's not how Smeeter operates. She opts for a more reserved approach, prioritizing the management of the family enterprise over courting attention. It's as though she's strategizing at a chessboard while those around her are merely engaging in checkers. The Godrej Group embodies your typical corporation. They dabble in everything from everyday consumer products to aerospace technology. Indeed, you heard me correctly. The very same company producing your soap is also involved in crafting components for India's space endeavors. Discuss the spectrum. Smeeter is right at the center, ensuring this 100-year-old enterprise remains pertinent in the modern age. However, don't be misled into believing she's merely coasting on her family's reputation. She's deeply engaged in upholding the Godrich heritage while driving the business forward. It's as if she straddles both history and tomorrow, harmonizing tradition with creativity. Achieving that is quite a challenge when you're handling a company that predates the constitutions of many nations. Smeater currently boasts a valuation of $3.9 billion. However, you wouldn't recognize her just by seeing her out and about. She shuns the spotlight for a more subtle approach, focusing on savvy decisions from the background. It seems she's orchestrating a strategy that eludes the awareness of many. The narrative of the Godrich Group is truly remarkable upon reflection. They began their journey producing locks in 1897, during the era of British colonial rule in India. Fast forward to today, and they're venturing into space exploration. This trajectory of expansion dwarfs the aspirations of typical Silicon Valley startups. Smeater has been instrumental in maintaining that drive. Yet, there's a catch with old wealth. It can slip away if one isn't vigilant. Many family-run enterprises have failed due to their inability to adapt. Godrich, however, has managed to thrive. For more than 100 years, they've remained significant, largely due to visionaries like Smeater who grasp the need for progress. Her journey illustrates that you don't have to be a tech genius or an entrepreneur to succeed in the modern landscape. Often, it's about leveraging what you're given and amplifying it. It's as if she's engaged in an entirely different game, demonstrating that traditional wealth can still create fresh impacts. But let's be clear, inheriting her fortune doesn't imply that Smeater's path has been smooth. Leading a vast empire like Godrich presents a myriad of difficulties. One must juggle heritage with modernity, adapt to evolving markets, and oversee a workforce of thousands. It's certainly no cakewalk. Anuaga's journey from despair to victory. You believe that receiving riches comes without struggle? Reconsider that thought. Anuaga's tale will astonish you. She didn't merely receive a business. She fought to rescue it from imminent collapse. Indeed, she managed to do this amid her own personal heartbreak. In 1996, Anu faced a life-altering moment when her husband unexpectedly died. Rather than succumbing to despair, she took the reins of Thermax, the engineering firm her husband had led. And here's the twist. Thermax found itself in dire straits. We're referring to grave monetary issues that would keep any CEO awake. But Anu, she got to work, sleeves rolled up. This woman had no prior experience managing a large corporation, but she refused to let that hinder her. She began to make difficult choices without hesitation. Reducing expenses? Absolutely. Divesting underperforming segments? For sure. It was challenging, yet Anu had a clear vision and was resolute in executing it. And you know what? Her wild scheme truly succeeded. With Anu at the helm, Thermax didn't merely endure, it flourished. We're witnessing significant revenue expansion, the sort of transformation that becomes the subject of business school case studies. Anu transformed a sinking vessel into a stunning yacht. But the intrigue doesn't end there. In 2004, after restoring Thermax's profitability, she opted to resign. Rather than selling or cashing in, she entrusted the leadership to her daughter, Meha Padumji. How's that for family values? Many would take it easy after achieving such a remarkable feat, but Anu had other plans. For her, it's not just about profit. She's equally devoted to making a positive impact on the community. Upon leaving Thermax, Anu embarked on an entirely different adventure, education. She became a co-founder of an initiative named Teach for India, which focuses on providing underprivileged children the opportunity for a brighter educational future. Anu isn't merely funding the issue. She's actively engaged in solving it. She is diligently striving to transform the complete education framework in India. But hold on, there's additional news. In 2012, Anu received a nomination to the Rajya Sabha, which is the upper chamber of India's parliament for anyone unfamiliar with Indian political structures. Now she's broadening her impact beyond just business and education. She's also influencing national policy. This relentless effort and commitment have truly yielded impressive results. As of now, Anu Aga boasts a net worth of a noteworthy $4.6 billion. Yet, it's important to note that Anu isn't drawn to extravagant vehicles or luxury estates. She's leveraging her financial power and clout to genuinely impact lives. Consider this. This remarkable woman revived a struggling business, transforming it into a billion-dollar triumph. After passing the reins to her daughter, she dedicated herself to reforming the education system in India. Now, she's in parliament, likely challenging those seasoned politicians like a true contender. Anu Aga demonstrates that it's possible to achieve success while making a positive impact. You can enjoy the sweetest rewards and also share them. Furthermore, that same treat can help nourish many starving children. 4. Renuka Jagdiani, the retail ruler of Dubai. Have you ever considered the intricacies involved in managing a vast retail empire? Renuka Jagdiani certainly has it mastered. She's not merely overseeing a couple of shops. She is the head honcho of the Landmark Group, a retail powerhouse that spans 21 countries. Indeed, that's a grand total of 21 countries. We're not merely discussing the sale of a handful of shirts now and then. No way. Renuka is involved in a multitude of ventures. Apparel, furniture, cuisine, you can list it all. This woman has been in the business for more than 20 years, executing savvy strategies everywhere. But here's the twist. She oversees over 50,000 employees, which surpasses the population of many small communities. Can you fathom being accountable for such a vast number of individuals? It's astounding. Yet, Renuka didn't suddenly find herself at the helm of this huge corporation without a journey. Actually, the Landmark Group began with just a single store in Bahrain. Yep, just one. Fast forward, and it's now a colossal empire worth $6 billion. Incredible transformation, wouldn't you say? And here's the kicker. Renuka boasts a staggering fortune of $4.8 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B. But don't be misled into thinking she's solely focused on wealth. She's also compassionate, actively involved in supporting her community. Sure, she's achieved great success, yet she remains grounded and remembers her roots. That's really impressive, in my opinion. Now, let's discuss how Renuka is the driving force behind it all. As chairwoman and CEO of the Landmark Group, she has been at the helm for quite some time. With her at the helm, the company has been on a rapid growth trajectory in both retail and hospitality. We're witnessing a push for global influence. Renuka isn't merely observing the action unfold. She has been the driving force behind the company's strategy for more than 2 decades. That's truly impressive foresight. Renuka constantly seeks out fresh markets to explore and innovative methods to expand the business. Yet, the key point is that her focus extends beyond mere sales. She's implementing a comprehensive diversification approach. It's as if she examined the landscape and declared, absolutely, we can take on every aspect of it. Outfits? Absolutely. Furniture? Of course. Food? Let's include that too. It's as if she possesses an uncanny ability to anticipate what others desire. And we should mention her knack for overseeing such a massive workforce. Managing 50,000 staff is seriously impressive. Renuka has it all under control. She has established a complete framework where each person understands their responsibilities. The team collaborates seamlessly. It functions like a finely tuned apparatus with individuals in place of cogs. When you reflect on it, Renuka's journey is genuinely uplifting. It illustrates how broad visions can transform a modest venture into a colossal entity. Picture beginning with a single shop and eventually building a worldwide brand. That demonstrates true entrepreneurial drive. Yet, what's truly impressive about Renuka? She's driven by more than just profit. Indeed, while profits hold significance, she's equally passionate about philanthropy. It's as if she's striving to harmonize financial success with positive impact. That's truly progressive business acumen. 3. Vinod Gupta, the dynamic visionary. Believe managing a retail kingdom is challenging? Imagine sustaining the energy for an entire nation. Vinod Gupta's tale transcends mere riches. It's about energizing India's tomorrow. But what was her secret to igniting such extraordinary achievements? Vinod Gupta is the leading figure at Havells India, a top contender in the electrical equipment sector within the nation. However, there's an interesting twist. She didn't initiate this successful venture. It was her late husband, Kimart Ray Gupta, who laid the foundation. Following his death, Vinod rose to the occasion and assumed control. What a surprising turn of events. At the age of 79, Vinod is now at the helm alongside her son, Neil Ray Gupta. Together, they become an unstoppable mother-son force, ensuring Havells stays vibrant. And they truly are vibrant. This company is involved in a wide variety of electrical ventures, cables, fans, and much more. If it's powered or has cables, it's likely that Havells produces it. But Vinod isn't satisfied with merely leading in India. Nope, she's taken Havells international. We're talking about 50 nations, folks. That's akin to illuminating a fourth of the globe. Check this out. They operate 14 production sites worldwide. That's a massive network of factories churning out goods at an incredible pace. Now, you might wonder, how does a woman navigate such a male-centric field? Vinod is showing that when it comes to business acumen, gender is just a detail. She's been dominating in a field where the majority of the key players are men. Talk about female empowerment. Now, let's take a moment to discuss figures. Vinod boasts an impressive net worth of $5.7 billion. Yes, billion with a B, everyone. But here's the deal. She isn't sitting back and being complacent. Not at all. Vinod continues to strive for greater achievements. She's akin to the Energizer Bunny in the business realm, endlessly moving forward. What's fascinating about Vinod's journey is how she transformed a family enterprise into an international giant. It's as if she embraced her husband's vision and declared, let's amplify this. And wow, did she ever succeed? Havells has evolved far beyond a simple local business. It's a significant force internationally. However, managing a firm like Havells isn't solely about elegance and allure. Vinod faces numerous hurdles. Just consider, she must adapt to evolving technology, navigate global competition to ensure Hovels remains a leader in its field. It's akin to balancing fiery torches atop a unicycle, a challenge not suited for the timid. Moreover, consider the significant influence Hovels has on daily life. Countless homes and businesses depend on its offerings. Each time you activate a light or switch on a fan, it's likely you're benefiting from a product crafted by Vinod's enterprise. It seems she plays a crucial role in ensuring that India and much of the globe operate efficiently. However, Vinod's accomplishments extend beyond mere profit. They reflect determination, flexibility, and unwavering perseverance. Following her husband's death, she had the option to liquidate the business or hand it off to others. Rather, she decided to dive in and tackle the challenges head-on. Such resolve is what elevates solid companies to remarkable heights. Consider this. Vinod's achievements are forging paths for other women in the business realm. She stands as a guiding light, proving that women are indeed capable of leading large enterprises effectively. In a nation still grappling with gender equality, Vinod's accomplishments are truly significant. Meet Rika Junjunwala, the stock market genius. Have you heard the tale of a woman who took a sizable inheritance and multiplied it? Rika's got a $7.8 billion secret that goes beyond typical investment tactics. After the loss of her husband, Rakesh Junjunwala, she didn't merely receive his riches. She gained control over an extensive stock empire. We're discussing a portfolio that spans 29 distinct firms. It's akin to having a stake in nearly half the enterprises in your community, only on a grander scale. Rika is involved in some substantial ventures. She holds interests in Titan, the brand renowned for its luxury watches and jewelry. Then there's Tata Motors, the prominent manufacturer behind those cars you spot all around. Don't overlook Criziel, a prominent player in the financial services sector. It's as if she's holding a VIP pass to every key industry in India. But here's the twist. Rika isn't merely resting and counting her profits. Nope, she's actively out there strategizing and taking action. She's hands-on with her investments, making strategic moves to ensure that her fortune continues to expand. It resembles a live-action game of Monopoly, only she's working with actual businesses and massive sums of money. You might wonder, sure, she received a hefty inheritance, but what's so impressive about that? The catch is, handling such considerable wealth is no walk in the park. It's not as simple as tossing it all into a savings account and moving on. The stock market's a roller coaster, and Rika's wealth fluctuates quicker than the blink of an eye during a bull run. One moment it's soaring, the next it's dipping. Yet, she maintains her $7.8 billion with a trajectory that's upward. What's fascinating about Rika's journey is that she's demonstrating that you don't have to lead a massive corporation to rank among India's wealthiest women. She's not in charge of factories or overseeing a legion of workers. Rather than chasing after fast cash, she's leveraging her intellect and expertise in the stock market to let her finances thrive. Rika is committed to the long-term approach. Instead of engaging in high-risk day trading for quick profits, she's focused on broader strategies that promise returns in the future. It's akin to sowing a variety of money trees and nurturing them until they flourish into a vast wealth ecosystem. However, don't for a moment believe that Rika's task is a walk in the park. The stock market can feel more terrifying than a spine-chilling film. A single misstep, and just like that, you could see your fortune vanish. Yet, Rika possesses an unshakable calm. She's making choices that would leave many of us nervously chewing our fingertips. Her triumph is inspiring an entire generation of Indian women, revealing that there are various paths to significant wealth. One doesn't have to create the next groundbreaking innovation or manage a large corporation. Often, it's about leveraging resources wisely and understanding how to enhance one's financial assets. Rika's journey exemplifies financial intelligence. She has expanded upon her husband's foundation, not only preserving it but also enhancing its value. It's as if she grabbed the keys to a Ferrari and discovered how to accelerate it even more.